My body's all worry. What's going on, everyone? Not sure how many people we have in here right now. What's going on, hockey? How you been, man? Couple games tonight too. I think there's 7 p.m. games tonight. Definitely keep a watch on those. Oh, what's going on? Happy you made it. Yeah, guys, Discord's been bumping. It's been fun. A lot of you guys are contributing in there. I think it's just good to be able to share the knowledge with everybody else. Kind of get your own opinions in, and you know, everyone just shares their own knowledge, which I love. Just doing some digging here. I thought I saw Middlestad on the top line for a bit, but it looks like he wasn't. He barely played today. Wow. What's going on, Ryan? What's up? Absolutely destroying this week for fantasy, yeah? Who's been overperforming for you this week? Or someone that's just been really good? What's going on, Mike? How are you today, man? Look at this Eichel, Olofsson, Hall line. Wow, they dominated the Devils today. They must have been going up against like the Zaka line. Yeah, that's pretty unfavorable matchup for them. Looks like Hughes, Brad, and Janssen were working the Sabres today. Jeez. I have a prop bet tonight for Perron over 2 shots. I think that's a pretty easy bet. I like St. Louis a lot tonight, actually. I have them decent amount of my DraftKings. That Kyrou line has been so good. How's my volume today, guys? I had a couple not a couple complaints, but a couple people tell me that my audio was pretty low last week. So just let me know if it's too low or if I should raise it or if it's good. Hey bro, hope you hit on Mark's from. Yeah. I didn't cash last night. DraftKings I lost like 15, but I mean, not every night's gonna be a win. I correlate my goalies too, so my Markstrom lineups were all with my Calgary lines, and Calgary only had 2 goals, I think. So, what's going on, Ben? Beating my opponent by 50, that's a huge relief. That's awesome. Yeah, see you later, D'Angelo. What a mess. Do you guys read any of that news? I think I posted it in our Discord. Where is it? I saw it where I posted it somewhere, I thought. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, right here. Look at this, guys. So D'Angelo started a fight with Georgiev, and it looked like Chris Kreider stepped in and suckered D'Angelo. And then I was reading here that he was treating Keandre Miller pretty bad. And like, yeah, I know you guys know the story about D'Angelo. He's just, like Mig said here, he's just a clown. What a mess. Thoughts on Kyrou and Alec Martinez? I like both. So that's something I wanted to talk a little bit about today. And it's gonna be in my video for tomorrow. But that Kyrou line has been really good 5-on-5, and like we're starting to see a lot of goals from them. Like if I start here by 40 minutes, like look where they are. So, yeah, they've been really efficient 5-on-5. Same with this McDavid line. Puliarvi's been shooting so much more than his career average. What's going on, Colton? McDavid and Reinhart and Johnny G. Yeah, Gaudreau's so good this year. You guys see McDavid's goal last night? Oh my god. We had like my whole fam downstairs watching the game. It was so hype. I'm not even an Oilers fan, but you just got to respect that goal. Volume might be a little low, just a tad. All right, let me turn this gain up a tad. What's up, Steve? Happy to see you in here, man. How you been? Traded to Foley and Barry for Gensel. That's a good trade. Actually, Barry's back on the first power play, but I like Gensel. I think Pittsburgh's going to turn it around at some point, if they ever do. Does anyone know who punched him? Yeah, I read Chris Kreider. Who knows, man? There's more on it. What are your thoughts on Yossi? I think Yossi is like still a top 5 defenseman. It's just crazy seeing like people that are in leagues where Yossi's getting dropped. Like it's insane. I don't know. He's a must own. Like if you can buy low on him, you should definitely buy low on him. Ehlers for Svechnikov. All right, guys. So this is what I want to do today. Oh, he actually has the hardest name ever. I think that's how you spell it. Oh, it is. And then Andrei Svechnikov. So it looks like Svech wins, but this is something that we've been working on for a little bit. Just a little trade analyzer. Wow, I was gonna say Anna. I don't even know what word I was gonna say. Just ignore me. Been working on a trade today. I would get Marchand and Jones for Ehlers, Klimberg, and Burakovsky. All right, let's look into that. Brad Marchand, Seth Jones, and who was the other one? Oh, okay. And then Nikolai Ehlers. Just want to test how well this is going to work. This is our first attempt at this, but it's pretty cool. Klimberg and Burakovsky, eh? Oops. What's Burakovsky's first name? I don't know why I'm blanking on that. Andre. I was thinking Alex. Where are we at? Yeah, so the Marchand Jones line, it says Team B wins, but there's 3 players in it. So yeah, I would take the Jones Marchand side if I were you. Jones has been struggling this year though. I was talking to you about it earlier, but man, that Patterson Landeskog trade driving me nuts. Yeah, man, it's so tough. I mean, you're not really buying low on Patterson if you're giving up Landeskog. It was a points league too, right? Try to trade for Yossi, have him, would never take a low offer. Yeah, Yossi's so good. And like Yossi's numbers are up. I'm not sure if you guys watched my video or anything, but like he's been still shooting at a really high rate. So, and he's still playing a ton on the power play. Like 48 shot attempts in 8 games. Like that's really good. So, he's still an elite defenseman. It's just crazy people are selling short on him. I think Nichas is going to keep it up. I mean, he was someone I talked about a few weeks ago. We'll look into this, though. I love looking at 5-on-5 numbers. Especially for him, because he doesn't play power play. He plays PP2, I think. We'll look into it, though. Hopefully you guys got your DraftKings lineups in time today. 5 p.m. slate. All right, so... Oh, it looks like he moved with Geeky and Dzingel for a bit, but not bad. 5-on-5 here. He's playing decent amount. Oh, yeah, look at that power play time. That's what I love to see. That's so weird. What's going on with this power play time here? The Aho line must have been just drawing penalties. I don't know. That's kind of weird to me. This Tampa game's definitely a good teller. Yeah, they're good. That line's been producing really good 5-on-5. Where's Nichas? Wow. I like it. Who wins? Dahlin for Klimberg. Oh man, that's probably a trade that doesn't even need to happen. That's so close. I think my only take on that, Colton, is that Klimberg has Heiskanen coming up, and like we'll take a spot if he ends up doing really well, or if Klimberg goes down with an injury. Whereas if Dahlin, is underperforming, there's not really much on the Buffalo side to take over a spot. So I actually ended up benching Gibson last night. It was a good move. Wow, yeah. Gibson's been the only reason Anaheim isn't getting blown out 10-0. They're just terrible right now. Terrible. And they're scratching Henrique tonight, who's been like one of their most efficient players. Someone offered me Zibanejad for Svechnikov. Would you take it? If you have Svech. I would probably take Zib. It's a pretty good trade, though. Svech just doesn't get a lot of power play points. Like, that Carolina power play struggles. I don't really know why, but they like, when I was doing my analysis on some of the players this year, I'm, like, looking at Svechnikov. I'm like, he had, like, 15 power play points last year. Or maybe even less. But, like, that's the thing with Zib, is he gets so much power play opportunity. Yeah, he had 20 power play points. It's actually quite a bit. I take that back. I just like Zib. I don't know. I think he's such a buy low candidate right now. And, like, look at Svech. He's 26% shooting percentage. Like, that's going to come down. And Zib is still shooting at a really high rate. Like, almost 50 shot attempts in 8 games. Like, that's so high. 3.7% shooting percentage. Like, the 19.7's, like, absurd, but, I mean, his career average is almost 11%. It's close, though. Like, again, I just don't think that's a trade that needs to be made. Like, I feel like you're fine, like, both sides staying put. Thoughts on William Karlsson? Someone just dropped him in my league. Depends on your league, Matt. Like, what's the scoring like? Karlsson's not bad, but he's also available in my big $50 buy-in league. He's available. No one's touched him. I just traded Gurionov and Klingberg for Mika and Henrique. Did I do well? Yeah, that's a good trade. Gurionov is outside the top 100. I think Kling squeaks in, but Jack Hughes or Brian Rust? Oof, probably Brian Rust for me. It's close, though. Hughes is making a case, like, big time this year. Who would you add at a Trocheck, Duclair, Hornquist, or Buchnevich in points? Probably Trocheck. Trocheck or Duclair. Anyway, we can get a link to that Google sheet. Thanks for the fantasy content. Yeah, so, like, all these Google sheets are all available on our Patreon. So, just getting that started. I think last week we started. So, we have 2 tiers. We have our tier just to, you'll get our rest of season projections, as well as our trade analyzer and some daily articles. And we also just released our first podcast on there too. And then our $14.99 includes all of our DraftKings stuff. So you guys have seen, if you've watched the DraftKings streams, these are our big spreadsheets that we make for DraftKings. We've had quite a bit of success, not only just us, but some of our listeners are also winning a decent amount of money. Ekblad and Zibanejad for Kaprizov, Shabbat, and Larkin. Who wins? Probably Ekblad and Zibanejad. That's close, though, because I really like Larkin. Need to pick one between Barry, Dobson, or Yandel. Barry for me. I think he's still on the first power play. Just hold on for 1 second. Let me look into this. I just got to make sure Barry's still playing power play 1, because we saw Nurse up there for a little bit. All right. Come on, Barry. Tell me you're playing on the power play again. Okay, he is. That's good. I'd probably take Barry, as long as Barry's on the power play. Just got offered Yossi for Klingberg. If you're getting Yossi for Klingberg, I think you should absolutely take that. What are your thoughts on Vincent Trocheck? Dude's been hot this season, but he's never had... Yeah, he's had an elite and a crazy season. Jeff, he had 75 points with Florida. Trocheck had, like, a really quiet 75-point season. Look, 31 goals, 75 points. Like, he has upside. He's had some really bad injury luck. When is Zib gonna break his pointless streak? Man, I hope soon. And Zib's streaky too. Like, he's gonna pot like 4 or 5 power play goals in a week, and everyone's just gonna be smiling. I hope, anyways. You know why Couturier is out another 2 weeks? No, I haven't seen anything on Couturier's injury status. I can never spell his last name, guys. Couturier. Haven't really set a timetable for my return, but I'm feeling better. Wow. Man, like, how bad has Philly looked with him out, too? Like, he's such an integral part to that team. It's crazy. Trocheck is a sniper, but doesn't usually get a lot of minutes. Yeah, like, as long as he maintains, like, what is he playing right now? Oh, no, never mind. Sorry, not only 15. He's playing 18. That's what we want to see. He was playing over 20 in Florida. So I don't think he'll get up to 20. I know like not even Aho plays 20 minutes. But I mean, these minutes are a lot for him. 28 shot attempts in 5 games. He's shooting, like attempting over 5 shots per game, which is really good. So, and that's what we want to see from him. Like in his big season, he had almost 500 shot attempts in a full year, which is really good. I just picked up Dahlin from waivers. Yeah, like in a bangers league, he's not as good, but I mean, Dahlin's shot volume's up too, and if you need assists and power play points, he's your guy. Should I drop William Karlsson for Kyrou or Eberle? Man, Eberle's second line tonight. I don't know what I like about that, but I'd probably say Eberle over Kyrou. Nils Höglander for Calder. Oh my God, man, how good did he look last night? I don't know if anyone caught that game. That kid's a stud. He's gonna be in my waiver wire for this week. So that's a little sneak peek for you guys coming into the stream today. He's been good. His line looks really good 5-on-5. Like Horvat's elite. I know that Hughes does pair up against this with the second line, so Hughes is typically playing with Horvat, and like just that offense is so strong. Like Höglander is going to be really good. He's going to be a big sleeper next year. What's up, Justin? Can't wait to see how Laine does in Columbus. Did you guys see the shakeup in their lines tonight? Man, it is. So if anyone's doing DraftKings, like it's just an absolute mess. I was like panicking right before the stream. So like, yeah, this isn't right at all. It's like I have the lines on my phone here. It's because we're all just sweating out this DraftKings. So they had Jenner, Roslovic, and Foodie. So they just moved Foodie with instead of Atkinson, and then Robinson, Texier, Atkinson. So they split up Texier and Bjorkstrand for some reason, even though they've been phenomenal. And then Foligno, Domi, Bjorkstrand. So Grigorenko's down to the 4th line now. I don't know. Who knows what's going on there? Torts is just doing a big shakeup. Couturier or Backstrom when Couturier comes back. Couturier for sure. We'll look at the Patreon. Awesome. Love that. What's up, Justin? Sorry, guys. Trying to keep up here a little bit. Thoughts on Zib? Will he pick things up? I think he will. Like I just ran through it a little bit ago. Like his shooting percentage is at 3% right now. He's attempting a ton of shots. It's just a matter of time, I think, before Zib starts scoring a few goals. And like I said before, like he's streaky. Like he's a guy that can score a bunch of goals in a row. So yeah, 3% shooting percentage. That's just crazy. Who do you think claims Tony D? Just traded Brodin for him. I was reading Pittsburgh maybe, but do teams really want to associate themselves with a player like that? Someone that's just causing problems in the room, getting into fights with teammates, being super political on Twitter. I don't know if teams want to associate themselves with. He might just like ruin his whole chance at playing in the NHL. Who knows? Is Ehlers a sell high, or should I keep him with Dubois coming soon? Yeah, Ehlers is a sell high, but he's also like a really good player. So it's just a matter of what you want to do with him. Like his shooting percentage is up 5%, which is fine. He's still shooting quite a bit, but I think it is a matter of time before he comes back to life. And I think one reason for that is he's only playing 16 minutes and he's not in the first power play unit. So Dobson, Yandel, or Ty Smith? Oof. Probably Dobson. Dobson plays the most minutes. I like both Dobson and Ty Smith. Tribe, stop showing all the sneak peeks for my video tomorrow. Question, my man. Someone proposed me Pietrangelo for my Letang. Yeah, I would take Pietrangelo for Letang. Absolutely. I think Pietrangelo's so good, and Vegas is just so good. And it's good because Vegas is actually, like, some of their games are postponed, so they're going to have a couple of games to make up. So, said he's out almost another week. Oh, at least, sorry. I have Rask as one of my goalies. He's playing kind of meh. Will he pick things up? Yeah. Like, Boston's a really good team. Now that Pasternak's back, they're even better. So don't sell short on any of your Boston players. Teravainen is meant to be back on Tuesday, hopefully. Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope he still plays with Svechnikov and Aho. Like, it's just a quick transition. Like, just put him in there instead of Brock McGinn. Right? Just put Aho here. Or, sorry, Teravainen here. And then Just move McGinn down to the third line. Like, Niederreiter, Trocheck, Nichas is such a good second line. Carolina's so good. Jeez. I really like them. What up, Mike? Snag Leonard today for Jari. What a trade. Yeah, I think Leonard's also a buy low, guys. I was looking, like, his ownership's down like 10% in ESPN. I couldn't believe it. Verhaeghe just scored. Oh, you know what? I don't mind that because I do have a decent amount of Florida 1 tonight. So, should I drop Backlund just because he hasn't produced? Yeah, like, I mean, Backlund's on the third line now. So, yeah, you can drop him. Grubauer's doing so good for me. Man, me too. Me too. He's winning me my Yahoo matchup right now. He's the guy that can win like every game just because of how good Colorado is. Is Jack Hughes a big volume shooter? I don't know. Let's look into it. I don't. He wasn't last year. I don't think he's a goal scorer, Hughes. Like typically, yeah, he doesn't really shoot that much, but he's sick. He looks really good. I traded Mantha against Ekblad and Radulov in a keeper league. I mean, none of those guys are keepers anyways. I like Mantha, but I mean, Ekblad's PP1. Florida's going to score a lot of goals this year, so I don't mind it. Like, Radulov and Ekblad are both power play 1, so I'm looking to drop Buchnevich and Hayes. Should I pick up Guryanov, Burakovsky, or Arvidsson? Oof. You can drop Buchnevich for Guryanov, and I would keep Hayes. Thoughts on Garland? Man, I'm not a Garland fan at all. Like, I like his contract, but wow. Okay, I guess I haven't looked into him as much. Holy. 50 shot attempts in 8 games. That's high. Man, he's shooting the puck a ton. 4 shots a game right now. His shooting percentage is below his career average. I don't mind Garland, actually, Tribe. Good find. I know, well, not really good find because I know a lot of people have been on him this year, but I've definitely overlooked him. Ty Smith for New Jersey is too good to be true. I think Severson is still in the mix on power play. We can look into that. Three 3-1 Panthers now. Come on, Dylan Larkin. Yeah, Verhaeghe, Barkov. All right. Yeah, let's see. Let's look into this Ty Smith. So 15 minutes, 5-on-5. That's good. I'm fine with that. And then, Severson is playing on the top unit, eh? This is weird, though. Like, I don't know. Zaka is power play, too, yeah. I mean, yeah, they lost Paul Mary, too, so. Zib, Couturier, or Backstrom? Zib. Do you think Hoffman will bounce back, or has he found a new role in St. Louis? Man, I don't know. He's third line. He's not even playing a lot of minutes either. I don't know, like, what happened with him over the offseason, or how he went from being, like, a consistent 25, 30 goal scorer to be nothing. Like, he's just, like, 14 shots, 23 shot attempts. Like, he's a complete different player. Yeah, I was going to drop... Oh, sorry, guys. Who would you have, E. Kane or Turvo? It depends on, like, your leagues. If there's shot volume, like, if there's shots, definitely Evander Kane. But for a points league, probably Teravainen. I was going to drop Brodin right before I made the trade. 20-team leagues. It doesn't really matter if it doesn't pan out. I like Brodin. And Dumba's out now, so Brodin's going to move up. Who would you drop, Ehlers or Fiala? Fiala if you have to drop one. Drop Korpisalo for Demko or Allmark? I think Korpisalo, I think you can keep him. I would keep Korpisalo over both of them. It's hard to justify Demko, like, in the Canadian division because it's just a mess. Blacko was placed on COVID protocol on the 21st. Think he'll be back on the 2nd or 4th? Yeah, I hope so. They need him bad. Spurgeon stock up after Dumba injury? I don't think so. Spurgeon still plays a lot of minutes even with Dumba there. I think Brodin gets the bump, if anyone. Like, Spurgeon's still... Oh, he played 18-18, but still, like, Spurgeon's still going to play a bunch of minutes. Power play 1. I don't think Dumba has too big of an effect on him. Pasternak or Marner? Pasternak. Pasternak's so good. I'm looking to drop 2 defensemen. And my options are Muzzin, Nurse, Romanov, Carlson, Rasmus Anderson, Fox, McAvoy, Chikrin, or Doughty. Need help. 2 defensemen? It depends on your league. Michael, let me know what your league's like. Get on Garland. Just picked up Garland for Bobby Ryan. Yeah, Bobby Ryan, you guys should drop him. Hall or Pacioretty? I like Pacioretty. But Hall will get you more points. Pacioretty will give you better plus minus and more shots, but Hall will get you probably more points and more in the power play too. While Pacioretty will give you better plus minus and unbelievable shot volume. Garland long term for sure. Yeah. Will Puljujärvi start producing? Yeah, I think so. Okay, guys, stop spoiling my video for tomorrow. You guys have literally named every player. Yeah, I think Puljujärvi is gonna definitely start producing. He's been great 5-on-5. He's been producing chances. He has one of the highest expected goals for. So I think in the top 10, he's the only one without a goal for expected goals. So Ehlers or Fiala? Ehlers. Made a trade over the weekend because I need centers. Picked up Point, Hayes, and McAvoy for Kane, Shen, and Letang. Also made a move to pick up Teravainen. I like that. That's a good trade. I like Kane over Point, but I like Hayes over Shen, and I like McAvoy over Letang. Well, they're pretty close, but Trocheck or Gurionov in a points league. Trocheck for me. Larkin got the Wings goal, a pretty sick backhander. Man, Larkin was like my boy this year. Like I was so high on him. Anyway, sorry guys, just quickly looking at this. So Puljujärvi is 6th in the league for expected goals right now. He has 0. So he's going to turn it around. I think tonight he might have a hat trick. That's my guess. I love having the bold predictions. Thoughts on Iafallo? Yeah, I like Iafallo. Plays a lot of minutes too, but that line's going to come back down to earth. Like especially if you see my video about Kopitar. Like he's just, they're kind of overproducing a little bit right now, but I like the 20 minutes. It's hard to ignore someone playing 20 minutes. Worried about Werenski? No, I'm not. I really like Werenski. He's a really good defenseman. Still shooting, still playing a lot of minutes, playing on the power play. He'll be fine. Should I drop Miles Wood? I mean, Miles Wood's definitely a deep league player, but Miles Wood's probably one of like, if you like analytics, you know about Miles Wood. So he's like really high shot volume guy. His expected goals is really high. He creates a ton of scoring chances. So I really like Miles Wood personally. Drop Halak for Reimer this week. I'm actually holding Halak this week, but Reimer's definitely a goalie to stream this week. If you guys have a spot in your roster to pick up a goalie, they have 2 games against Chicago. So Malkin, Couturier, or Dubois? Malkin, if you were to pick one. Should I trade Pavelski for Larkin? Hell yeah. I love that trade. Any word on Grizz out for the Bruins? Yeah, I haven't seen anything, man. That guy's been non-stop injured. Oh my god. Like he's good when he plays, but he just gets injured every 2 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. He's doubtful, so he's probably skating, but Reimer's a great start this week. Yeah, I like Reimer this week too. Dylan Larkin or Dubois? Dylan Larkin for sure. Wood or Arvidsson? Oof, probably Arvidsson. It's close though. I might give away Burns and Suzuki. I picked up Hamilton. Why Hamilton was on your waivers? Man, Hamilton's definitely a buy low, guys. That's another guy. Okay, let me answer Michael's question because he asked it above. So you have to drop 2, and you have. Oh, you do have shot blocks and hits, eh? Man, that's so hard with that. You have to drop 2 of them. Probably Romanov and I don't know. One sec. Romanov and either Doughty or Rasmus Anderson. Either Romanov, Rasmus Anderson, or Doughty. That's a really hard one though, especially with your league scoring. Holler to Chuck. What league, Charlie? Like if it's a hits and shots league, definitely to Chuck. Hayes or Hint in a banger shots blocks league. Thanks again. Hayes for me. Didn't have enough to oddly enough. Yeah. What did you have to give up, Mike? Who's the big pickup for this week? Hey, you'll see in the video tomorrow. Can't be spoiling too much for you guys. I think one of the guys in my league watches you. Everyone you make videos and he picks them up before me. Join our Discord. I'll give you guys some sneak peeks on there. Hey man, I commented in your last video about Erik Karlsson. Can you explain why I should pick him up on the waiver wire? Thanks, bud. Yeah, sure. Like, Karlsson's still a high point defenseman. So in his 109 games with San Jose, he has 95 points. So 109 games, 95 points. He's almost a point per game defenseman. He has 33 points on the power play. Like, he's a really, really elite defenseman. He plays 27 minutes a night. He shoots a fair amount. I just think you can't go wrong with Karlsson, unless there's plus minus in your league. But the fact that he's available in the points league is kind of crazy. Man, I got Hurdle and E-Camp, but the Sharks are horrid. No idea what to do with them. Yeah, I know. I actually have them too, but I'm going to hold. I mean, they did have a really tough matchup against Colorado, and like everyone's going to have a tough matchup against Colorado, so yeah, like the Avs are, it's just a nightmare playing against the Avs at any week. So what do they have upcoming? Yeah, so they have the Ducks this week, 2 games against the Ducks, so that's good. And then they got LA, and the Ducks again. Yeah, I think you gotta stay true to your San Jose guys right now. Thoughts on Zibanejad? Should I trade him for Malkin? I would probably keep Zib over Malkin. That's close though. Yeah, it is really tough. We'll need to drop one when Blackwood comes back, and want another offensive D to be less D heavy. Yeah. Saros or Jerry rest of season? Jerry for me. I don't think Nashville's good at all. Parayko or Ristolainen? Parayko for me. Ristol's just playing power play 1 right now because Reinhardt's out. He's like standing in front of the net and is tipping in shots. It's kind of funny. You don't really see D play in front of the net on the power play very often. If you guys are liking the content so far, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. I'm going to be doing this every Sunday, and we also stream DraftKings once a week. If you guys are looking for updates on injuries or anything important with the schedule, we'll be posting on our Twitter at fantasy_puck, as well as in our Discord. All of that's in our description as well. Any updates on the Devin Tays injury? I think he's out long term, and that helps Bo and Byram too. Yeah, it could be out long term. I have no idea. Then that's pretty unfortunate because he was having a really good season. In a points league, if I get Zibanejad and Nurse for Couturier or Backstrom and Klingberg, is that a smart trade to do? If you get Zib and Nurse, like Klingberg's good, but like if you can trade Backstrom, Klingberg for Zib and Nurse, that's a pretty good trade. Nurse isn't that good in a points league though. Might need to add Dobson since I have Shabbat and Grizz. My weakest forwards are Kopp and Puliarvi. Would you drop one of them or just be patient with injuries? Well, I mean, Jax, could you look at dropping a D, considering you have 2 D out? Like, did you put Shabbat and Grizzlick on IR, then pick up Kopp and Puliarvi? Bangers, Shots, Blocks League. Would you take Getzlaff or Zucker? Never Going to Give You Up. That's a good song. Rick Astley. Man, like, probably Zucker. I think, like, Anaheim's atrocious. It's so hard to even justify why you should take a guy and on your team, other than Gibson, obviously. Holler to Chuck in a goals, assists, blah, 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 blah. I don't see any hits in there, but probably to Chuck, just because of the PIMs and shots. I think Tkachuk's really good, but there is plus minus. I mean, Hall's on Buffalo, so it's close. It depends on your needs, Charlie. Like if you can look through your team and say, yeah, I have 5 or 6 good point producing players, and then I have 2 or 3 guys that will give me shots, PIMs, then like that's how you should be able to identify which player to take. How to trade Fiala and Gerard for Morgan Riley? Yeah, that's a great trade. Demko or Blackwood? Oof. Like, I mean, Blackwood, but like I want to show you guys something too. I was looking at today when I was just like analyzing stuff for my video tomorrow. Actually, I'll let you guys guess quickly. Can you guys guess how many teams in the Canadian division are in the top 10 for goals against? So how many teams in the Canadian division are in the top 10 for goals against, if I were to sort it by goals against? Take a guess. Gerard is underrated, though. Yeah, he is underrated, but Morgan Riley's power play 1 on one of the best offensive teams in hockey. Pick 2, drop 1. Hintz, Trocheck, Hayes, Bangers League. I probably pick Trocheck and Hayes and drop Hintz. So we got 6, 7, 0. So 7 out of the 7 teams are in the top 10. So that's a pretty bold guess. Kaprasov and Pionk, but happy with the defense minus Pionk. Still have Yossi, McAvoy, Anderson, Doughty. Could add someone in Pionk's place as well. All right, I'll show you guys. The answer is 4. So, Quinn, you got it. So, Vancouver, Edmonton, Ottawa, 1, 2, 3, and then Toronto at 9. It's just crazy to see, like, 4 of the top 10 are from one division, and 3 of the top 3. Crazy. So if you're looking to make a trade and someone's offering you a player, like if you're in a points league especially, and if someone's offering you a player from the Canadian division and you're giving away someone that's not, always remember the Canadian division has a little bit of a bump. Do you think Drieger can snatch the starting job? I mean, who wants the starting job in Florida? I can't believe Bobrovsky's making... I just don't get how they draft Spencer Knight first round. Like, usually when you draft a goalie first round, there's a pretty high chance that they're going to play in the NHL. And then you sign a goalie for 7 years. Like, I don't understand that logic. Dumba dropping a 12-team league. His injury looked pretty bad. I didn't see his injury, but if looks like he's out long-term, you could probably just stash him on your IR for now, no? Realistically, who do you think I can get for Malkin if I wanted to trade him in a points league? Like, if you were to trade for him right now, I don't know. Maybe, like, Besser, Pacioretty. Like, if you can get something like that, that's fine. Hard for me to say for trades because, like, I don't know, what people are like in your league. Like, if someone's, like, desperately looking for Malkin. It's kind of hard for me to say for trades sometimes. I'm trying to look just at teams right here while I think about players you can trade for. Matt Barzal would be not bad. Mantha just scored. He played big today, hit the crossbar in the first period. Yeah, I saw that, Jax. I was watching the game. People are like selling so short on Mantha. Where is that? Do I have him in this league? No, I don't have him in this league. I have him in this league though. Yeah, like I'm not getting rid of Mantha. He's playing more minutes too. He just hasn't played hockey in like a year, so it's gonna take him a little bit to get back into it. Should I look to move Domi or should I wait to see if Line... Yeah, I would wait. Like, Domi's playing with Bjorkstrand tonight, so we'll see. Bjorkstrand's been sweet. Hopefully you guys drafted him. He was one of my 5 must-own players this year. So, how about Brady Tkachuk this year? He's been shooting at such a high percentage. Man, Brady is, like, one of my favorite players in hockey. Like, he is... Like, I'll show you guys. So, I'm a stats guy. I'm more of a stats guy than an eye test guy. So looking at individual goals for, come on, Brady has to be, yeah. So Brady's 7th. So individual scoring chances. So this is like just him individually creating scoring chances. Brady's 9th. And then his high danger chances. So this is like right in front of the net. He's 2nd. Like Brady produces so many chances. He shoots so much. Like he's such a gem. I think he's so good. Should I look to move Landeskog or keep? You can keep Landeskog. Depends on who you can get, but am I okay not to want any New York Rangers near my team? I think you're okay with that. Just depends on what players. I mean, if Panarin's available in your free agency, I'd probably pick him up. Matt, I feel like you have D'Angelo on your team. Maybe you just quickly dropped him. Tkachuk or Zibanejad? What kind of league, Victor? If you're in a league with hits, penalty minutes, shots, all that, probably Tkachuk. Eberle, Iafallo, Kyrou, or Verhaeghe, I need points. Eberle for me. Eberle, then Kyrou, then Verhaeghe, then Iafallo probably. Nurse, Chikrin, Anderson, or Martinez in a points league. If you were to pick one, Anderson. And then Chikrin probably. Should I trade for Malkin? I think you guys should. I think Malkin's like he's such an elite player. He was on pace for like 110 points last season in a full year. 5.6% shooting percentage. He's almost a 14% shooting percentage player. So, still playing on the power play. Still playing quite a few minutes. What do you think about the new Russian player? I'm not reading that. You're not gonna get me. The Vladimir got me, but I'm not reading the second part. I lack face-off in deeply. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest with you, Wega. I don't know anything about face-off leagues. Like that's probably the one place where, if you ask me, I'm just gonna not give you a confident answer. So, I'm not entirely sure about face-off guys. I'm sorry about that. Law Bjork sitting at 0.1 points for my league tonight so far. Hey, it's been what, 20 minutes? We're here. Zib for Theodore. I don't mind that. Depends on your decor, but if you can get Theodore for Zib, that's a good trade. Carolina, Dallas, and OT right now, guys. Need a rider with the goal. Jenner. Nice. Yeah, Mantha's good. Keith Yandel or Adam Fox with D'Angelo gone. Definitely Fox. Law was sniffing on Buchnevich, but damn, New York Rangers. Yeah, they're brutal. Like, so many people were saying that Shesterkin was going to be this stud goaltender and like Calder Trophy. I'm completely off Shesterkin, and I have been all year. You guys have seen in my videos, I've not talked about him once. I thought he was way too overhyped. And I just saw today, this someone I follow on Twitter does like analytics, like pretty deep, and he actually looked into it, and Georgiev's a better goalie than Shesterkin, analytically anyways. Should I get rid of Giroux? He has name value, so you can definitely trade him. Florida looking stacked in net. Is it? Yeah. Also have Levi. Oh yeah. They drafted Levi like what, 6th round? The goalie from Canada. He played for my old junior team, Carleton Place. That's wild. Carleton Place is junior A for sure. I'm gonna look it up. What league's Carleton Place in? Is it? Are they in the Noge? No. Oh, the CCHL? Oh, the Pembroke Lumber Kings? Jax, who coach for the Pembroke Lumber Kings? Do you know that? No way you know that. Charlie, stop asking me that. I can't be answering that on stream. I'm not Tony D'Angelo. Come on. Should I look to move on from Romanov or Toffoli in the next week? Got both from free agency. Toffoli over Romanov. I think Toffoli you can probably trade. Hi, Carter. I know you're not new to the channel. I don't trust you. Big Caps fan. Capitals fan, 16. My boy. Trump if your league counts impeachments. Come on, guys. Thoughts on Nick Suzuki? I love Suzuki. He's so good. He's so good in real life, and he's really good in fantasy, too. I know Montreal won't shake up their lines at all either. So, yeah, this line has been producing, like, extremely well this year. Nurse or Klingberg for my defense. What kind of leagues? Points? If it's a points league, Klingberg. If it's, like, shots, hits, and blocks and everything, Nurse. Penalty calls this year have been brutal. Shane, have you seen those like slashing calls that are like people are just touching the gloves, and it's like, what's happening there? This like needs to stop with these like super terrible calls. Like, I get if you like hit someone's hands, it's a slash, but like if you're disrupting their shot, then yes. If you're just like tapping their finger, no. Like, there has to be some sort of discretion between that. Klingberg or Heiskanen? In a points league, Klingberg, because he's power play 1. Just moved from Pembroke. Nice. I played OFSA hockey in Pembroke. It was pretty cool. I went to like the air base and stuff there. Like, a friend of my team, his brother is in the military, so we went and ate at the air base one night. Went to like downtown Ottawa. It was super nice. Suzuki, Owen Sound attack. Shane, you know your OHL. I love that. You're in the Discord, right, Shane? Jax, you're in the Discord too. Maybe you guys probably have different names in here. Suzuki. Yeah, thanks, man. It's a points league. Yeah, points league, definitely Klimberg over Nurse. When I played, it was Junior B. But do you know the Pembroke Lumber Kings old coach? Any guesses, Jax? My hint is he's in the NHL right now. I didn't see the no call. Man, that hit was terrible. Like, unless I'm like overreacting, but I thought that hit was brutal. I don't even know if I have Twitter on here. Do I have Twitter? Oh yeah, I do. Okay, we can look this up. Oops. No hearing on that. I guess like he like was kind of falling. Can we get a video on this? There we go. Oh. Kotkaniemi's taller than him too. Like there's the pause here. Like there's not really any. There's a little bit. I guess it's like neck and up, but I mean. Yeah, look at Shea Weber. Oh, you don't want that guy to get mad. Look at him, Doobie. They're making eye contact. That's scary. Yeah, Sheldon Keefe. The Nashville Tampa was a joke at some of the slashing calls. Yeah, these slashing calls have been terrible. I wonder if anyone's done stats on like on these slashing calls this year. Like, yeah, there's not gonna be anything, eh? Yeah, it's just crazy. I just find every game I watch, it's like these brutal slashing calls, like so soft by the refs. Jesus. I don't want this to become the MLB where everyone just hates the refs. Because I feel like they have way better relationships in the NHL with their players than the MLB does, but who knows? It's rough being a Wings fan, yeah. I mean, it wasn't rough 10 years ago, 20 years ago. How do I join the Discord group? There should be a link in the description of this stream right now to our Discord. We're growing pretty fast, guys. We have 83 of you guys in here. We have our DraftKings channel, just basic hockey talk. Our questions, we have a couple people in here that will answer it for you. All of our news, some players to stream, any major line changes we find, our resources, any major announcements. I just, posted that we were streaming today. So it's getting there. It's getting there. We're working. Oh yeah, Sheldon Keefe. Should I trade Backstrom and Kling for Zib and then pick up Rasmus Anderson? Yeah, you can do that. I like that. The Flames somehow got a power play out of this. Come on. I wasn't watching the game. I usually watch most Montreal games, but yeah, that was ugly. This Minnesota Wild line is just depleted. Bowen Byram top pairing tonight, guys. Look at that. Keep that in mind. He has been very good. He looks very good too. So might squeak into the video tomorrow. We'll see. If you guys are liking the stream so far, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to. Be posting content every few days, almost daily at some point, and we'll be streaming pretty often on this channel. Yo, what's up, Ezekiel? How you doing, man? Should I do Letang and Shabbat for Alex P? Both of them for Pietrangelo? Honestly, you're fine. You're fine doing that. Who's available on waivers if you were to pick up someone? The hit on KK deserves a suspension. Yeah, it does. That was not good. Not a fan. Does Dubois now playing with Winnipeg not boost his fantasy value? He's playing on a crazy offensive team and not the offensive boy Columbus. Yeah, it definitely increases his fantasy value. I'm not sure how much the offensive team plays a role, right? Because he'll have new line mates, but He's not playing with Scheifele, Wheeler, or Connor, but it does help him on the power play, I guess. And that division is super high scoring. So, yeah, it does, Charlie. You're right. I got drafted by the Sonia Sting back in 95, and Mark Hunter was the coach. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Way back then, Ajax. Hockey is, I'm curious, like, what do you think of how hockey is now compared to what it was back then? Like, complete 180. Like, you probably didn't even realize it would come to this point where, like, there's a penalty on every little call. If you get hit in the head, you go right to the dressing room for concussion protocol. It's crazy. I have 5 defensemen in a points league. There aren't many good defensemen waiver pickups. Should I drop Tyler Myers for a forward like Guryanov or Pavelski and run 4 defensemen? Yeah, Myers is definitely not relevant in a points league. Is like Dobson, Ty Smith, any of those guys, are they available in your league? The former coach of the Lumber Kings was Sheldon Keefe. Hell yeah, you got it. Should I pick up Tyler Mott? Nope. I don't think so at all. Unless I go look right now and he's playing 15 plus minutes. I think he's just, off to a little hot streak. Oh, he's playing 60 minutes. Uh-oh. No, I wouldn't pick Mott up. Penalty kill roll. He's never been very good. Also, thoughts on Vitek Vanacek. Oh my god. I don't know what to think about that. Like, he's been unbelievable this year. Like there's no way anyone could have predicted this. I don't know, man. They're a good team. I like Samsonov as a starter just because of how good Washington is. So he's probably a pickup right now. Kasperi Kapanen has been looking good. Yeah, I mean, hopefully that line can figure it out a little bit. It just makes me sad when I go and look and see Kapanen scored and I don't see Malkin's name. I just feel like I failed you guys. Oh, Joel Farabee scored. Like the most hyped up week 1 player I've ever seen. I'm new to the scoring scene, really. Never have an idea when to drop, pick up, trade stream players. Is there any tips you can give? I'm sitting around the middle of my league overall, but I'm looking to step up. Yeah, Michael, I think a big thing is to just watch injuries, watch players that are moving on lines, and like all that's on our Twitter, all of that's in our Discord too, where we give you tools and advice on who to pick up, who to drop, who to stream. Like another example for this week, and it's gonna be my video tomorrow, but I'll tell you guys anyways. Like Mrazek's out this week, so he's injured. That means Reimer's getting the starting job. He has 2 games against Chicago, which are both super favorable matchups. So like that's something you can look for. Another example is Crystal Tang's out this week, so you have to think who steps up. John Marino, Pierre, Oliver, Joseph. So those are like big things that will keep you going. I think another important thing is making sure you start players in good matchups. Like if you're deciding between starting Mantha against, let's say, for example, San Jose. I know they're not in the same division, but I'm just going to use that as the example. So Mantha against San Jose or like Cirelli against Boston. And Mantha has 2 points in 8 games, and Cirelli has 5 and 10. Cirelli's in a really tough matchup against Boston, so you're probably better off just starting Mantha in the favorable matchup against San Jose. It's kind of hard. Like I'm actually contemplating making like a NHL like strategy guide, like a step by step on like how to get better as a player, how to win your leagues and everything. Traded Barzal, Gallagher for Gensel and picked up Suzuki. Good move. Yeah, it's fine. I like Gallagher. Like he's a high shot volume guy, and I like Barzal too. But Gensel has more upside than both of them for points, and I think Suzuki's a big, pretty underrated player. I'm sure all you guys can say that too about Suzuki. I have Anderson and Hellebuck. Should I try and get rid of them? It just depends on what you can get rid of them for. Like that division's just brutal. Oh, it's so hard being a goalie in that division. Unless you're Markstrom, because he's just another breed. Should I keep Kaprizov? Yeah, I would keep him. I would like to see Cobb stay on the second line with Pierre-Luc Dubois and Ehlers. Hopefully he benefits from the trade. Yeah, Cobb should. So I heard that Stastny's moving to wing, which doesn't make any sense to me because he's like one of the, best depth centers in the league. I think he has like pretty good plus minus, pretty good face-offs. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, he's like a 52%. So he's over 50% on the draws. Like he's had years at 58, 56, 55. Like there's no way you can move that guy to the wing who's like, you know, one of the best face-up guys in the league. I don't know. Should I trade Dougie Hamilton? You should not trade Dougie Hamilton. Dougie Hamilton's definitely a buy low. Demko or Talbot? I would say Talbot. Demko's just in a hard division. I was wondering because Varley and the Islanders have been brutal lately. Sorry, what were you wondering? Also thoughts in Vanacek? Oh, okay. Oh, so you have Varlamov and that's why? I like the Islanders. I'm a big Islanders bias guy. Connor Murphy, Tyler Myers, or Noah Dobson in a Cats league. Connor Murphy for me. Larkin or Mantha? Larkin, like, by a considerable amount. Larkin's like a top 30 player. Zib for Stone. Are you getting Stone? If you're getting Stone, that's fine. Like, both, it's even. It's an even trade. Reimer just got the dub, yeah. So I'm going to be a 1 day late to the Reimer hype train, but we'll see. Should I pick up Byron? My D is Myers, Keith, Risto, Schmidt, and Ekblad. What's your league like, Callum? Like, what's the scoring? If you could probably fit in Byram there for Myers or Keith. Kaprizov or Suzuki? Suzuki for me. One of the biggest issues I have is actually knowing the matchups. I've been using betting odds for the most part. Yeah, no, I would say betting odds are probably the most reliable, especially for looking at goalies to start. Like, and I'm going to talk about it in my video tomorrow. I think Carolina is going to be huge favorites in the games they have next week, and that just only benefits Reimer. So, and you looking at over-unders too is pretty important. Like, most games against San Jose, and that's what I used for my example, like they're going to have over 6.5. So if a game's at 6.5 total, then it's pretty favorable for the Skaters. Sod or Iafallo? Iafallo for me. Thoughts on Sergachev? Oof. He's been... Like, he got his contract and then just went to shit. But he's playing a lot of minutes. I don't know. I think Sergachev in a 16-team league is probably an own. I probably have him on my team. Hasn't scored yet this year either. Is Tristan Jerry worth a look in a points league, or is it a lost cause? Does Smith looks weak back there? They both look weak, but I think Jerry's still the starter on that team. Depends on who your other goalie is too, Matt. Also, last question before I have to head out. Do I trade Saros for VTech on the wire? Yeah, you can do that. I like it. Anderson and Hellebuck are my goalies. What's available is Binnington and Carter. Should I switch mine out? They're both available. Yeah, you can. I would drop Freddie first for Binnington and then keep Hellebuck probably. Is Carter Hart? Unless I'm missing. What am I missing? Who would you take out of Slavin, Dobson, or Yandel in the Cats League? Slavin. Trade away Pavelski for Monahan and yeah, that's a good trade. I like Monahan a lot. Like, again, he's in the Canadian division, so it just benefits him. Should I keep Lafreniere in an 8-man league? No, I would not. There's definitely better options in an 8-man league. Lee or Cobb? Lee for me. Adam Larson for Hamilton in a block hit points league. I still think Hamilton. Like, Larson's going to give you maybe 10 points. Again, it just depends on what you need, but I would say Hamilton. Jamie Benn worth keeping? Who would you drop him for? One of the best underrated players, in my opinion, is Nicholas Backstrom. He's so good. Yeah, I'm not too big of a Backstrom fan, actually. In a points league, he's good, but if there's any other categories, he's basically irrelevant. Dallas has been very good. Yeah, they're overrated. Yeah, I would pick up Binnington, absolutely. Kemper or Vanacek? Oof, Kemper. I like Kemper. Is Gensel and Malkin... Is Gensel and Malkin and Anderson... Okay, sorry. One sec. Let me... Gensel, Malkin... John Klimberg. Can't type. Brian Rust. And who was the other player? Sorry. And Backstrom. So yeah, so it's 131 for projected points, but that's with 3 players. So Malkin and Gensel win in that trade. Backstrom or Kuznetsov? Backstrom for me. Should I drop Gurionov for Eberle? No, you can hold on to Gurionov. What's a good winger I could trade Malkin or Bergeron? So you're looking to trade one of those players for a winger? Well, like Bergeron, you can trade for probably like a pretty good top winger, I would say. Like you probably get like Malkin or not Malkin. One sec, sorry. Oh, for Malkin, like for both those guys, you're getting a top winger. Like you're getting Stone, Pacioretty, Brady Tkachuk, Matt Tkachuk, Gaudreau. Like a lot of top players. Like you have a lot of flexibility if you're trying to trade those wingers. Dahlin's my boy. Yeah, Dahlin's absolutely worth getting. Should I trade Eberle? I mean, what could you get for Eberle? I don't think he has too much value. The Anaheim St. Louis game has a 5 total tonight. That's so low. Stuart Skinner going for Edmonton too. Had to drop Meyer and grab Voracek to get an extra game for this week today. Think I should take Meyer back if he's still available there tomorrow. Meyer hasn't been like playing a lot of hockey, actually. Like Meyer's been like so meh. Tons of shots though. Holy. All over 5 shot attempts a game, but he's only been playing 15 minutes. 3 power play assists. Who are you looking to drop? Voracek? Yeah, you can drop Voracek for Meyer. What do I do with D'Angelo now? I'd be surprised if a team picked him up. Wow, someone just got Dahlin. No way. He must be in the stream watching you. I have 5 players out right now and 1 IR spot. Jeez. And you're looking to trade Eberle? If he's healthy and like you're struggling for like people to pick up or you have like injury problems, probably keep him. Drop Spurgeon for Dobson? Yeah, I would. What's going on with Patrick Laine? What do you mean what's going on? He's just waiting because he moved from Canada to the States, so he has to quarantine for a bit. How do you feel about Pierre-Olivier Joseph on Pittsburgh? We just need to see more sample from him. I don't know if he's like a number one. Like who's going to step up for Letang's absence? I think Marino is going to, but Pierre-Olivier Joseph, I looked into his stats. It wasn't that good. Like he only had like 19 points in 60 games last year. So yeah, hold on to Varlamov. Love the channel. Thanks for the genuine answers. Appreciate it, Matt. Appreciate the kind words. We just want to, I'm just here to spread the hockey knowledge with everyone. Hopefully win you guys some money or some bragging rights in your leagues. That's just the biggest thing for me. I really enjoy it. Do I pick up Werenski off free agency? Seems too easy. Yeah, pick him up. Is Sorokin a good pickup in free agent? I got Grubauer and Shesterkin doesn't do anything for me. I mean, I'd probably keep Shesterkin over Sorokin. I don't think Sorokin's anything special. What do you think about Mikheyev? So, you guys can see Aimless Charlton in the chat here. He's a Leafs fan, so we talk and we do DraftKings and a lot of sports stuff together. So, Hyman's actually a really good expected goals guy, and he hasn't scored either yet. So he has 17 shots and he hasn't scored yet. I think. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking Hyman. You're talking about Mikheyev. Dumb me. I like Hyman though, guys. At least you guys know that. I don't know. I'm not too high on Mikheyev. He's fast, but he has no hands. He seems like he just loses the puck every time he skates. Pick up Reimer. Yep. I would pick him up. The 5 that are out right now are DeBrincat, Bertuzzi, Reinhart, Couturier, Shesterkin, Who do I trade or drop? Oof. You probably drop Bertuzzi if you need to. In a points league, who could I try and get for Pavelski? In a points league? I mean, if you can get like Monahan, Gaudreau, like try and look for players in the Canadian division, like Nylander. I don't know. Let me think. Probably can't get anyone in the Winnipeg top line. No way people are moving Ehlers. Maybe Horvat, maybe Pettersson. I mean, I'd be shocked if you can get Pettersson for Pavelski, but who knows how your league is. Do you think Sean Couturier is worth a keep? Yeah, he is, absolutely. Do you prefer Gurionov or William Karlsson? Gurionov. Vrana or Buchnevich for Mantha? Buchnevich for Mantha. Apparently, Josh Anderson was sick yesterday, according to ESPN. I hope it doesn't mess the Habs up. I have Suzuki, Anderson. I think, yeah, Anderson's so good. He's such a good player. So many people were, like, selling, like, we're saying because his contract was so bad. Like, what a joke. He's exactly what Montreal is, like, building their team around. Oops. That's not good. Little Control Z. One sec here, guys. Girls. I need hat trick predictions for tonight. It's kind of late, but mine's Puljujärvi. I hope I don't see anyone say McDavid. Pick Texier and drop D-Strom. Always a good pick for next week. You picked up Texier and dropped Dylan Strome? Pavelski for Mantha. I would drop, like, I would get rid of Buchnevich. I think Pavelski's better than him. 20-team keeper league. How long will I have to wait on Askarov? Probably like 5 years. Like 4 or 5 years, I would say. How many keepers? It's crazy you're holding Askarov. He didn't look good at all in World Juniors. Like, I don't know. Saros or Reimer? Reimer. Should Pavelski be traded high? Absolutely. Absolutely, Glenn. Hornquist underrated? I think he's a little bit overrated. Look at that 22% shooting percentage. He's a 9.1 career average. I think he's a bit overrated. Playing 14 minutes a night. Heading out. Thanks for the good stream. Thanks for tuning in again. I never know how to pronounce your name. Like, I just think of Megalodon, like the shark. Megadon. I like that. Appreciate it. I always see you, commenting on my videos and always being super supportive in the stream, so I love it. Do you think Hoffman has any chance at turning things around? I don't know. I don't know. Farabee with his second. Everyone drop your best player for him. Yes, everyone drop your player for Farabee now. No one drop all your players. Put Aho on waivers and pick up Farabee right this second. In a points league, would you do Quinn Hughes for Ekblad? Nope. Keep Quinn Hughes. Absolutely. Yeah, never trade Hughes in a points league. I agree with that. We're going to be rolling with that mentality from now on. Would you trade Ty Smith, Radulov for Erik Karlsson and Giroux? Yeah, I would. If you're getting Karlsson and Giroux. Yo, how's it going? What's up? What's going on, Jake Mead? How you been, man? I feel like I haven't talked to you in a couple days. Maybe since my last stream. How was your week of fantasy this week? Who could I trade Burakovsky for in a points league? Oh, it's just hard to say because like I don't know what people are like in your leagues. Like I don't know what the trades are like. I don't know how people value certain players. But I mean, realistically, if you're trying to move Burakovsky, probably someone outside the top 100. I don't know, maybe like not Elias Lindholm. There's no way you can get Elias Lindholm. I think just the biggest thing is you have to look for someone that's on the top power play and that's playing a fair amount of minutes. Like maybe Couture, maybe Hurdle. just hard. It's hard for me to say. Sorrows for Leonard? Yeah. Like, if you're like Leonard's, I don't know why people are dropping him. Vegas is going to win so many games this year. What do you think if Varlamov finishes this season as the Islanders starter? Do you think? Sorry. Yeah, I definitely do. Drop Texier hints for Trocheck Duclair points. You can drop hints for Trocheck. You can probably, like, the thing is there, Sean, is like you're fine with all four of those players. It's kind of just a matter of what you're looking for. So Trocheck's power play 1, so he instantly gets the edge over Texier. Duclair's power play 2, so I would say probably keep Trocheck and hints because of their power play. Managed to get Bergeron in a 5th for Teravainen in a 6th. That's a good trade. I think Bergeron's so good. Like, he's so underrated too, and now that Pasternak's back, he just becomes even better. I trade Quinn Hughes for Rantanen. I think I won. Yeah, if you got Rantanen, you won that trade. Do you think Garland is worth... I'm gonna change my positioning here. Do you think Garland is worth to use a waiver wire in Cats League? No, probably not. Depends on like who's going on waivers for you too, though. Is Farabee worth a pickup? No, don't pick up Farabee. We were just kidding. Would you trade Nugent Hopkins and Pionk for DeBrincat and Dahlin? I would probably keep Nuge. It's close though. Thanks. You're welcome, guys. Would you drop Grizzly for Slavin? What kind of league? Like, what's the scoring like? Spurgeon is killing me. Do you think he'll come around? I don't know. He's killing me too. Like, I'm contemplating dropping him. Like, see, I have him here. Like, I was really contemplating dropping him right now. He has been a nightmare this year. Like, he wasn't like overly good last year, but he plays so many minutes. Plays on the top power play. It's hard to say. It's just like I think a lot of it depends on like who you're gonna pick up. Eichel and Makar for McKinnon and Dougie Hamilton in points league. I would keep Eichel and Makar. That's a really good trade though. Those are sweet trades. Yeah, that's so true. Pasta is back for me too, so hopefully, yeah, they're unstoppable. I gotta go. Great streaming advice. Thanks, Tribe. I always see you in here too, Tribe. I appreciate you always showing up. Should I keep Toivu in an 8-man league? I'm scared. Yeah, you should keep him. Would you trade away McAvoy and Hornquist for Hughes? Yep. That's a good trade. Who won? Yeah, Ghost Minutes. You got it, Clarky. Who won Marchand and Marner for McKinnon and Doughty? Marchand and Marner, yeah. Doughty's kind of just a waste. But like McKinnon, like for a points league, McKinnon's going to get more points than all of them, but... Was late tuning in, but thanks again for the tips. Yeah, no worries, Travis. Probably going to wrap this up soon, guys. By the way, our trade analyzer is going to become available in our Patreon in a few days. We also have all of our projections for the rest of the season on there. If anyone is into DraftKings, we also have this available. It's our second tier, a little bit more pricey for it, but it gives you all of your DraftKings help, all the lines, value, our projections, everything. That's all available on our Patreon if you guys want to help support us, help support the stream, if we've helped you out at all. Also, everyone that's in here, if you're not in our Discord yet, definitely join it. We're up to 85 members now. So we got our DraftKings, Hockey Talk, Questions channel, Hockey News, everything you need in here. Would appreciate if everyone joined. We're kind of building this like fantasy puck community. It's been awesome. A lot of people in there talking, a lot of chatter, kind of stay up to date with everything. And also follow us on our Twitter at @fantasy_puck. A lot of our updates will be on there as well. Should I drop D'Angelo for Dobson in a points league? It's so hard to say, but I would wait on D'Angelo just a little bit. Any waiver pickups other than McAvoy in a 10-man league? Yeah, McAvoy's a great waiver pickup right now. Would you trade Tatar for Mantha? Yeah, that's a good trade. What should I do with Morrissey and Jones? I don't like Morrissey at all, but I do like Seth Jones. I think he's gonna He's going to figure it out eventually. He's such an elite defenseman. Like, if you watch Columbus games, like, you know how good Seth Jones is. Do you run this account by yourself? So I run, like, the YouTube is all me. So Aimless Charlton helps me with all the DraftKings stuff. And then we have a few other guys behind the scenes. We have one guy helping with the Twitter. And a lot of our projections, like he created this analyzer. He also helps a lot with our Google Sheets. So we have a couple guys behind the scenes, but YouTube has been primarily me. Just join the Discord. Yeah, I love that. Should I pick up Malkin? I mean, if he's available, yep. Huge trade in the works. Keith Yandel, Tyson Barrie, Taylor Hall, Hoffman for Brock Nelson, Fox, Trouba, and Tkachuk. Good trade. I drop Nelson, pick up Trocheck. Yeah, Fox and Tkachuk are the two. Well, no, okay, Hall's the best player in that trade, but if you're getting Fox and Tkachuk, that's a good trade. I have both Rask and VTech for tomorrow's matchups between them. Who should I start? Rask, absolutely. If I'm in your Patreon, do I have access to your Discord from your Patreon? It's two separate things. Yeah, you can, like the Discord's just in our description. You don't need to be a Patreon member to join our Discord. Just click it in our description and you should be able to join. Lazy Samurai and Scott just joined. Shout out to you guys. Losing control. Sorry, guys. I got to check the goals right now. Oh, Billy Husso let up a goal already. Letty from Pajot and Bailey. Donskoy from Landeskog and McKinnon. How did that happen? All right. I have Voracek and Hayes on the same team. Should I look to move or drop one of them? You can, yeah, man, if you can move, like, Hayes is kind of a sell high right now. Actually, well, he was a sell high like 2 weeks ago, but like, I don't think it matters too much that they're on the same team, because if Hayes is going to be doing well, if he's playing with Voracek, that means Voracek's going to do well too. So you're kind of banking on them both. But I'm not too big of a fan of Voracek, so if you can move him, I probably would. Looking for a fourth D, Rasmus Anderson, Ty Smith, or Hronek. Thanks, man. Rasmus Anderson for me for now. I have Rask, Hellebuck, and Hart. Should I trade one, or what do I do? So yeah, Aimless knows too, like, it's just so hard having a goalie in this Canadian division, and like I think Winnipeg's so bad defensively, and Hellebuck does have the name from being a Vezina goalie, so if you can trade him, I would. Thanks, Charlie. Love the support. Kind words like that are what keep us content creators going. But I just want to share the hockey knowledge with everyone. Like, I want everyone to be successful. I want everyone to win their leagues, you know, take home some money, bragging rights, all of that. I just want to share the love of hockey with everybody. I just think it's such an underrated sport. Like, you know, everyone loves basketball, football, but people undermine hockey. It's just such a good sport. So I just kind of want to spread that love with everybody. You guys are just as awesome as I am, promise you. Who do you think will end up doing well? Who isn't doing well right now? Like, people that are underperforming, like Malkin, Zibanejad, like those are players that have just been struggling. Dahlin, Pedersen, like players like, you know, they're not producing at the levels that they are right now, but they're definitely going to come back. And hopefully some of you guys cash in on my Pedersen take, like the buy low on him, because he has been lights out. So who do you think will... oh, sorry. Have a great night. You too, Charlie. See you later, man. It was Grizzlick or Slavin in a Cats league. Sorry, Grizz keeps getting injured. Yeah, you can take Slavin. All right, I'm heading out. Thanks for the advice. We'll have to make more time to watch the streams. Appreciate it, Michael. I'm going to be doing this every Sunday. Sorry, probably not next Sunday just because of Super Bowl. So Saturday next week. And this will just be for all of our fantasy advice and everything. So throughout the week, we do DraftKings, me and Aimless. We do our DraftKings every day. But you can come into those streams throughout the day and feel free to ask questions. Also, head over to our Discord too. We'll answer all the questions on there as well. Thanks. I'll be back next time. Awesome to hear, Nolan. Appreciate it. Talbot let in a goal already. Wow. I mean, yeah, you go against Colorado, you're going to be letting in goals. I'm going to wrap the stream up tonight, though, guys. Appreciate everyone for tuning in. It was fun. Had a lot of questions, a lot of new people in here, a lot of the same people. I love seeing you guys. If you're not following our Twitter, head over to fantasy_puck. We post a lot of updates, a lot of injury news, everything on there. If you're not in our Discord yet, definitely join. We're almost we're almost at 100 people. We're at 89 right now. So we're almost at 100. So definitely get into our Discord. Lots of our updates and everything's posted there. If you want to subscribe to our Patreon and support us as content creators, as well as gain access to a lot of our premium tools, our analyzer, our projections, all of our DraftKings stuff. We have also released our first ever podcast on there. That's also in the description. If you guys enjoyed the stream today, leave a like and subscribe. We'll be doing this almost weekly. Other than that, thanks everyone. It was good talking to you all tonight. See you later.